Are you looking for the best grammar checking app in 2020? Have you heard of Grammarly? Have you heard of ProWritingAid? Are you wondering which one's going to be worth it? Well, in today's video, we're going to be talking about Grammarly versus ProWritingAid, which is the best grammar checking app in 2020. Stay tuned. Hey, I'm Dale L. Roberts, best-selling author as well as a self-publishing advocate who wants to show you how to publish books that sell. Full disclosure, before we get any further into the video, I'm going to be referring you over to some affiliate links. That means I will make a small profit for any sale of each of the licenses for Grammarly or ProWritingAid. It doesn't affect your cost. It does greatly help out in supporting this channel. So now that we've got that out the way, let's talk about Grammarly versus ProWritingAid. So let's take a look at Grammarly first of all and its cost and features. Now, there is a free model which comes with the basics. So you're just going to get the standard grammar and spelling and punctuation checker. It's not going to be anything too fancy, probably the same thing you're going to get through, say, Microsoft Word or Google Docs. They also provide site support, and also you have the Microsoft Word add-on, so meaning that you actually can add on an additional Grammarly support inside there. So not only would you get Microsoft Word's spelling and grammar checker, but you also have Grammarly to work with. Now there's also the premium model. This is my preferred avenue and the one I've used for a few years now, and it runs about $11.66 per month. You pay it annually, so it comes at about $139.92 annually. And you're probably going, okay, you get all the free stuff, and you also get full site access and all of the features. And all the features are just, you can go and put what type of document you're going to use, what type of voice you want. It's a real in-depth analysis of the type of document you want to produce. Now, their other model is the business model, and that's if for some reason you want to have the premium access for a team. So if you're having, like, say, 3 people or more, so if you've got, like, say, a business that you're wanting to share Grammarly with everybody, then this is the option you want to shoot for, and it runs about $12.50 annually, which is about $150 total for one whole year. Now, to summarize ProWritingAid, all right, now their cost and features are pretty much the same, but you're going to discover they come at a bit of a cheaper cost than what it does for Grammarly. But don't just automatically assume ProWritingAid is going to win the battle on this one just from being cheaper. Now, the free option has a summary report of key issues, 19 writing reports, edit 500 words at a time. Now notice there's a little bit of ceiling here. We can't put too many words in there before they're like, nah, you're gonna have to upgrade. And you can only use it online. So in other words, you won't be able to use anything that's gonna be desktop or any kind of plug-in for any type of apps. Now for the premium version, you're paying $79 annually. So you compare that to Grammarly that you're doing about $140 annually, and ProWritingAid is only $79 annually. So you get everything that's in the free version, but there's no word limit. You get a desktop version and integrations with Microsoft Word, Google Docs, Chrome, Scrivener, and so freaking much more. I honestly it would probably take another 30 minutes for me to tell you all the stuff. There's also something that's called Premium Plus. Now you might be scratching your head going, oh, maybe this is the business option. No, it's not the business option. Premium Plus is $89, so $10 more. You get everything I mentioned before from Premium, but they also give you 50 plagiarism checks per year. 50 plagiarism checks. Mind you, you get plagiarism checks unlimited when you go with Grammarly. Something to think about. So let's go ahead and let's discuss the pros and cons of Grammarly versus ProWritingAid. Starting out with the pros, Grammarly and ProWritingAid have a free model that's more than sufficient. If you just need checks on grammatical errors and typos, then either one of these are going to be more than sufficient. I'm going to give the leg up to Grammarly, and here's why. It has less limits on the number of words you can check, whereas ProWritingAid, they stop you at 500 words. The next pro of Grammarly and ProWritingAid, of course, is going to be every imaginable program and device supported. So this is kind of cool that you can just use just about any one of them, but I'm gonna have to, though ProWritingAid has a lot of coverage on just about everything imaginable, I told you can do an entire video on it, Grammarly has a leg up. They actually have an app for your phone that you can use. I used the app and was fairly underwhelmed, but I know a few viewers and followers of this channel shared with me that they really like the app and found it very useful, so Grammarly is going to get the leg up on this one. The next pro of Grammarly and ProWritingAid is the different styles and reports. Now, I'm going to have to get more of a leg up to ProWritingAid. Though you can get a ton of reports and get it to where it edits in a certain fashion on Grammarly, it's way more granular over on ProWritingAid. And in fact, I've even heard some fiction authors swear by ProWritingAid versus Grammarly. So if you're a fiction author, then chances are very likely ProWritingAid is going to be a good fit for you. Now comes the cons of Grammarly and ProWritingAid. Let's get the first one out the rip here. The free version is just simply a tease. Okay, you will get teased with fixing a few innocuous mistakes and some typos, but when it comes to actually syntax and any kind of heavy, editing, you're gonna have to pony up the expenses. So it's just not enough to really get it to where, oh wow, free, this is awesome. It's free. You get what you pay for, and I'm going to tell you that there's really no leg up on this one. There's no real winner. To me, I think Grammarly does give you a little bit more editing for free, but I mean, free is free. The next con of Grammarly and ProWritingAid is the site integration. Now, I'm just going to have to say this, that some sites, both of them have extensions on your browser that will work for say YouTube or Facebook or Twitter or so on and so forth. And some tend to be a bit wonky, but I'm going to have to actually say for the cons, ProWritingAid kind of gets a little bit more of the leg down, if you will, on this one because it was extra wonky. Now this has been about a year ago that I used it last on some of the sites, and when I was typing out, it would give me some recommendations to fix, and I would say, okay, I'd do that. And then all of a sudden it would just copy and paste something else into it, and it would just be a jumbled mess. I did not like any of the extension plugin for ProWritingAid, so for that reason, that's a con for them. And the last con is going to come down to both Grammarly and ProWritingAid and the features. If you're the type of person that gets overwhelmed at the number of features, try to go through each one of them for Grammarly compared to ProWritingAid, and you might get overwhelmed by ProWritingAid. Whereas with Grammarly, they kind of just show you a good overhead view and they don't show you all of the exact reports that you can pull from it. And so I think for that reason, they get the leg up on this one. So the cons are going to go more in favor of ProWritingAid because it's a little overwhelming. But here's the thing is, you don't have to use all the features. Really, honestly, I even had a viewer call me out, they're like, you don't have to use all the features, just use the ones you need and leave the rest of it alone. But before I decide to pick a winner, I'm gonna do something different here. Instead of me being this influencer telling you who is the winner of Grammarly versus ProWritingAid, I'm gonna have you decide down inside the comments which of these apps is best to you, which one sounds the best to invest in. I'd love for you to go ahead and give each one of them a shot when you visit Grammarly and ProWritingAid through any of the links of dalelinks.com/Grammarly and dalelinks.com/ProWritingAid. And speaking of Grammarly, I actually have an in-depth tutorial on how to use the software, how to install it, how to run it the best that you can, whether it's free or premium. You can take a look at this very next video where we do the Grammarly deep dive tutorial. I'll see you there.